Gervonta Davis, better known as Tank, has been making waves with his intense training videos. The clips he's been sharing are hard to miss, drawing attention from fans and fellow fighters alike. One fighter who couldn't stay silent is Frank Martin, and for good reason. Martin knows exactly what it feels like to step into the ring with Tank.
Say name for him.
What?
I say name for him.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look.
In June, Frank Martin stepped up to challenge Gervonta Davis for the WBA lightweight title. It was a highly anticipated event, with fans eager to see if Martin could accomplish what no one else had, take down Tank for 7 rounds. Martin poured everything into the fight, pushing himself to the edge in pursuit of victory.
Watch all the shots, because he got them shots that if you don't see him, he can beat you out, and he's sneaky with it. He can take a punch, he can give a punch too.
Martin moved, punched, and did everything he could to stop Gervonta "Tank" Davis, but in the 8th round, Tank reminded everyone why he's so dangerous, landing a perfectly timed punch that ended the fight instantly. Now, as Tank gears up to face Lamont Roach, he looks even more formidable. Reacting to Tank's recent training footage, Martin shared his thoughts in an interview with Fight Hub TV. "He's got power," Martin said simply. But he didn't stop there. He explained that Tank's power isn't just about brute strength. It's about precision and strategy. "He knows how to land that shot," Martin added. "He's accurate and knows how to hit guys right on the button." Coming from someone who has felt Tank's power firsthand, Martin's words carry serious weight.
See, here, Gervonta "Tank" Davis was training extremely hard in preparation for his March 1st showdown with WBA super featherweight world champion Star Boxing.
Gervonta Davis' power isn't the only thing that makes him stand out, it's his fighting IQ. He knows exactly when to throw a punch and where to land it, almost as if he's always a step ahead of his opponents. Fans have seen this brilliance in his fights, and now it's on full display in his training videos. His workouts highlight why he's at the top. He doesn't just hit hard, he hits with pinpoint precision. It's that rare combination of power and accuracy that cements his place as one of the best fighters in the world.
I'm always looking for a knockout, no matter what. I'm always prepared for 12 rounds, but I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to
examine scars and complexes of the face as he tries Juve. Hold it tight as the coming to calm that was ever destroyed by discrediting injuries. Every time he steps into the ring is undeniable. Most opponents don't make it to the final bell. Tank is riding an impressive streak, with 4 of his last 5 wins coming by knockout. Every time he steps into the ring, fans expect something special, but it rarely happens. Sadness. Time contrists itself into the pressure. Now Tank is preparing for his next challenge. On March 1st, 2025, he'll defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, setting the stage for another electrifying night of boxing.
So get ready for 2 fights. But yes, and after I beat him the 2nd time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight.
Another topic that's sparking conversation is Gervonta Davis's hint that he might retire by the end of 2025. It's hard to fathom someone at the peak of their career stepping away, especially when he's still dominating in the ring. Fans are hesitant to take it seriously, with many assuming he's just teasing, but what if he's not? The idea of a fighter like Tank leaving the sport would send shockwaves through boxing and create a void that would be difficult to fill.
Wish list, 3 names that you want in 2025.
This is a small study. Amid all the speculation, the fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach is officially back on for March 1st, leaving fans to wonder if it was ever really in doubt. Earlier, Tank shocked everyone by posting on social media that the fight was cancelled. That one word set off a storm of rumors, sparking questions about what went wrong and why Tank would back out of his big night at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. But now, it seems the drama was just noise. Leonard Ellerby, former CEO of Mayweather Promotions and still heavily involved in Tank's career, put the rumors to rest with a simple message: "See you in NY." That one line confirmed what fans were hoping to hear. The fight is still on as planned. So why did Tank claim the fight was cancelled? That's the question everyone's asking. Was it just a stunt to grab attention? Gervonta Davis has a history of stirring the pot on social media, and this could be another example of him doing just that. Perhaps he wanted to generate some buzz around his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach. especially since the matchup hasn't sparked much excitement from fans. Critics have called it a mismatch, with many believing Roach doesn't stand a chance against Tank. It's possible Tank wanted to shift the narrative and get people talking about the fight again. If that was his goal, it certainly worked. Now everyone can't stop discussing it. If the goal was attention, it certainly worked. Tank's post sent shockwaves through the boxing world, sparking frustration, confusion, and a flood of questions about what might have really gone on behind the scenes. Was it a money issue? Tank is used to earning massive paychecks for his fights, and it's no secret that Lamont Roach isn't exactly a big-name draw in boxing. While Roach has a respectable record, he doesn't have the kind of resume that screams /blockbuster opponent. His most notable fight came in 2019 against Jamal Herring, where he lost by unanimous decision. For a fighter of Tank's stature, facing someone like Roach might not feel like a financially rewarding challenge, and that could be part of why Tank made his cryptic post.
People that who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'ma beat his ass.
He can't
y'all
do
talking.
shit. Wait,
For
I don't
real.
give a
So
fuck.
y'all better be quiet.
There's also the issue of Tank's reputation. For years, critics have accused him of avoiding the top contenders in the lightweight division, claiming he only takes fights where he's the heavy favorite and never steps up to challenge himself with a true 50/50 matchup. This criticism has persisted, and some believe it's why Tank hasn't reached the level of popularity he could. Sure, Tank is undefeated with a record of 30 wins and 28 knockouts, but fans want to see him face opponents who can really test him. Lamont Roach doesn't fit that profile, and many feel that until Tank takes on the division's best, his legacy won't be as secure as it could be.
I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove.
Despite all the drama, the fight is still on. Tank will step into the ring on March 1st to defend his WBA lightweight title. Leonard Ellaby's confirmation put an end to the cancellation rumors, but it didn't stop the questions. Why didn't someone from Premier Boxing Champions, the promotional company involved, step in sooner to clear things up? The silence only fueled speculation, making many believe the fight was truly off. This entire situation could likely have been avoided with a simple statement from the right sources. Another mystery is what Tank's cancellation post means for his relationship with those managing his career. Was he frustrated with the promotion? Did something happen behind the scenes to upset him? These unanswered questions continue to leave fans in the boxing world scratching their heads.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best.
This isn't the first time Tank has had issues with those in charge, and fans can't help but wonder if there's more to the story. If this is a money issue, it wouldn't be surprising. Tank has faced tougher opponents in recent years and is likely expecting a sizable payday for each fight. Facing someone like Lamont Roach might not feel like it's worth the same financial reward, even though he's defending his title. Another theory gaining traction is that Tank might simply be feeling the pressure. He's hinted at retiring by the end of 2025, and that timeline is fast approaching. Every fight he takes now is under intense scrutiny, with fans expecting nothing less than a standout performance. This added pressure could be influencing his decisions and shaping the way he approaches his career.
I'ma beat his ass. Y'all talking. For real. So y'all better be quiet.
A matchup against Lamont Roach doesn't carry the same weight as a fight against one of the top lightweights, and Tank might be feeling the pressure from all the criticism. Perhaps his cancellation post was a way of pushing back against those expectations, even if just for a moment. The mounting pressure from fans and critics could be weighing heavily on him, and making such a bold statement might have been his way of reclaiming control over the narrative. On top of that, the latest news surrounding Vasyl Lomachenko has left fans both curious and uncertain about what's next for the legendary fighter. Lomachenko might be stepping away from boxing for good, as he hasn't been seen in the ring since his dominant victory over George Kambosos Jr. in May of this year. With his retirement decision now looming, the dream of seeing him face Gervonta Davis feels farther away than ever.
Lomo pulling out this fight, yeah, if you want to call it a duck, it's cool. I think it was a strategic. No, listen, it's a strategic duck. He's saying, look, I don't want to fight. It's cool. You know, oh, he ducking. But remember at 130, how many times Floyd was asked the question and they danced around it.
Right now, Vasyl Lomachenko is back in Ukraine, spending time with his family in a country still reeling from the effects of war, all while reflecting on life and the world around him. One thing he hasn't yet decided is his boxing future, according to his promoter Bob Arum, Lomachenko has set a firm deadline for himself. By January 1st, he will announce whether he plans to step back into the ring or retire for good. That deadline is quickly approaching, and boxing fans everywhere are eagerly awaiting his decision. Lomachenko will turn 37 in February, and his career stats speak for themselves. 18 wins, 12 by knockout, and only 3 losses. But his legacy isn't just measured by numbers. It's his artistry in the ring, his unique footwork, speed, and ability to read opponents like an open book that has made him one of the most admired boxers of this generation. However, time waits for no one, and with each passing day, the chances of a mega fight between Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis seem to be slipping further away.
That fight, and how does it play out now at this point?
I mean, it's a big fight, but I can see that Lomachenko's gonna land a lot of shots on him, but I can also see Davison catch him with the counter left or catch him with some power shots, because maybe Lomachenko will leave his.
Many fans had hoped for a clash between two of the sport's most skilled fighters, a matchup that seemed like a natural one. Lomachenko, the tactical genius, versus Tank, the powerful knockout artist. The fight promised to be a spectacle, a showdown for the ages, pitting two entirely different styles against each other. But recent developments have made it clear that this dream fight is unlikely to become a reality anytime soon, if ever. One of the major reasons is Lomachenko's uncertain future. His victory over George Kambosos Jr. was a reminder of the brilliance he still possesses, but his loss to Devin Haney in May 2023 left many fans questioning whether he could still perform at the highest level. Though some felt Lomachenko deserved the win against Haney, the result didn't go his way, and it seemed to mark a turning point in his career. While Lomachenko reclaimed some titles against Kambosos, the bigger question remains: does he want to keep fighting, especially with the challenges ahead only getting tougher?
Constantly fights these big lightweights, or they're way bigger than him. You know what I mean? He's got to outskill them to a different level. He's fighting guys in a weight class that he doesn't belong in. Well, Tank Davis is actually a former 130-pounder. We just talked about how he weighed 2 pounds less. You're getting a fight where Lomachenko is fighting a guy more his size at lightweight, which hasn't happened. I mean, the lightweights Lomachenko has been fighting have all been way too big. Every time he